The Browns are in Denver already, getting ready to face the Broncos, trying to get there a little earlier than normal to get used to the high altitude. At 2-6, the Browns, they're in desperate need of a win to get things rolling. They will face a 27-year-old quarterback in Brandon Allen who will take his first NFL snap in the game against the Browns. They also will face a Broncos team that has a really good running attack. It can be really good, led by Phillip Lindsay. But right now, with all the penalties and turnovers, the Browns are more focused on doing what they need to do than who they're facing in order to get this thing turned around.
This week it's about us. It's about doing everything we can to go find a way to win in Denver.
Can you at least draw though from that experience? Going to Denver, playing in that altitude isn't easy to do. Anything like that going into this game?
I haven't really thought too much about it. Our guys are in shape right now, so I expect, and it's weather should be good from what I've seen. So, expecting good conditions.
You talked about accountability, and Freddie's talked about it a bunch. Is there anything in your role as a captain that you can do to help other guys get to the level they need to be in?
I continue to be more vocal and harp on little details within every day of practice to where, I talked about it after the game about translating it to Sundays, but to where when it comes time on Sunday, they're not even thinking about it. It's second nature. They carry it over, and it's not even a question.
They have a really good defense. Can you talk about
Yeah, obviously they're playing great on defense right now. Flacco being out, they're going to rely on that defense even more. They held Indianapolis to a few amount of points, so they're playing well as a unit. Obviously, you got Von Miller on that side, and Wolf is playing great. You got some of the other guys on the line that, because of those two guys, are getting one-on-ones and they're taking advantage of their opportunity. And then you got a secondary that's making some plays. And in the games they play well, their secondary plays well. And so I think it starts up front and their guys play free after that.
Baker, what positive aspects of last week on the offensive side of football can you help transfer to this week?
The fact that we never quit, I think we can point out exactly where things went wrong. Those are all fixable things for us as an offense and as a team. So I think we can get those fixed.
in that game that he wished you guys might have get over the ball? Your thoughts on just that?
I think early on, we can say that, and yeah, we would have liked to. There's no doubt about that. But how things went early on in the game, with the fumbles and the turnovers early, just trying to establish and get back on track. So anytime stuff like that happens, you can't exactly get to how you wanted to attack. You have to get back on track and do the little things right. I felt like later on we did get him the ball, and he knows that. It's just the frustrating part about we shot ourselves in the foot, so we weren't able to exactly go out there and attack right away.
You want to win. You want to be part of the solution, and you never want to be the problem. So I think we're all just trying to find the solution right now. We're just trying to find ways to put together games, less mistakes, less penalties called on us, and find a way to put together better games and come out with wins.
How is the coaches supposed to kind of like balance not forcing the ball to you with getting it to you when they should?
I don't know. That's why they're the coach and I'm the player. I don't know how to really answer that. It's tough. I think at the end of the day, they just do what's best for the team. They do what whatever the game plan is, and they go about it that way. Once you get caught up in trying to make someone happy or anything like that, I think that it would weaken the game plan, if anything. So you just kind of got to go about it, whatever they feel like is the best approach for that game.
Do you think they are doing that?
Huh?
Do you think they are doing that the best of their ability?
Doing what?
Operating the game plan to get to who's ever open, or what could be.
I'm sure that's the goal. I'm sure they don't sit up there like we're not going to throw them the ball. I don't really know how to answer that. I'm sure their goal is to put together the best game plan, get the ball into the hands of the people to help make plays for the team, and win the game.
What is your feeling, though, that it's so hard to find the solution given the fact You got two receivers like you guys and a running back like Nick Chubb and a highly regarded quarterback?
I think it comes down to the little stuff. You know, they say it's a game of inches, so every 5-yard penalty when it 2nd and 2, and now it's a 2nd and 7. Now we're in the 3rd and 3, and we don't get a 3rd down when we already would have had the first down. Without the 5 yards. So it's just eliminating. Not like we beat ourselves all year, but like we've helped teams beat us. We haven't done a good job at eliminating and playing mistake-free. And I know we've talked about that, accountability, discipline, all these things. It just comes down to being mistake-free.
Todd Monken comes into our room once a week, and today was a day. And he seemed encouraged by some of the things that happened on offense in New England. And he said he thought that Mayfield played well. But, that's just kind of the background of the question to you. Did the offense make some strides in that game?
Definitely. I definitely think we made strides. I think there's still areas we could, if we were to look back on it or play them again down the road, I think we would have an even better game plan. This is a historical defense that we went against. They're playing at a phenomenal level. So there was definitely takeaways from that game that were positive. I think Baker played well. We just penalties, turnovers. It's tough to beat a team like that. Any team in the NFL with penalties and turnovers.
I think overall just schematics of the offense that Denver likes to run. Like you said, we don't have a lot of film on him. Some of the film we were showing this morning about his arm and accuracy was from other teams. So I think just the main thing is that they're going to try to do what they do best and do it a lot, especially with a guy that's new to the scheme or playing for the first time with that team.
When they run the ball pretty well, what do you see that makes their running backs succeed?
They got a good offensive line. Their backs, Lindsey is a smaller guy, but he runs with a lot of power and explosiveness, and if he gets out in the open field, he's hard to catch and bring down. So they do a good job. They got a bunch of different schemes. They use their fullbacks and tight ends very well. They got a good fullback, lead blocker. So when they're able to get a good run scheme, you don't fit it properly, they can make you pay because the backs have some explosion and good in the open field.
Kind of run the San Francisco offense. Is that what you see there?
It's similar, yeah. Not quite the same, but definitely their coach came from there, so they're obviously going to do things. And if they do take some stuff from the San Francisco game, we got to really be prepared for it.
Did they use that Iowa tight end like George?
Not quite. He does get a couple screens. He does get a few shots down the field, but in San Francisco, I feel like they really force the ball to Kittle. Or not force, but they try to get the ball to Kittle all the time because he's a playmaker in space.
Mobile quarterback, he can throw the ball. So, he's an NFL quarterback. He can run an offense, so we treat him the same.
You expect them, with an inexperienced quarterback to run the ball more than they might normally Flacco in there?
They'll try to, but if he start throwing the ball and he start hitting home, they're going to continue throwing the ball. So whether he's inexperienced or not, if he can throw the ball, he can throw the ball.
Did you guys take any positive strides at New England in terms of things that you needed to improve on? The review of the New England game showed that you did improve in certain areas. So what did you take out of that New England game?
Did better in the run. Got to Brady a little bit. Screen hit us a lot. Other than that, honestly, did all right, but not good enough to win.
Tell me, Kate, just as an example of playing that game, I know you dove and almost kept your feet. I think you dove, I forget what it's the Brady or
the running back. Fourth and one play.
Anyway, what run through that play? It was kind of a big moment in the game where if you could have got him, it would have been a nice momentum change.
Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I didn't. It's just that simple. I made a move. I got tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Fought through the trip. Tried to make a play. He kept going. So kept his feet.
Good dive.
Not good enough.
Sheldon, there's always a sense of urgency with you guys. You look at 16 games in the season, but do you feel that heightened this week, just in general?
Yeah, we got to turn the ship around. Definitely. And I know Denver's on the same page as we are, but we got to turn it around.
And the Browns will try to get that turned around in Denver, 4:25 kickoff Sunday. They are already in Denver trying to get used to that high altitude of Mile High Stadium.